Hi, good day, Dewald. How are you?
Hi, Francis. I'm well, and yourself?
Yeah, great to be speaking to you. Great to be speaking to you. Where are you based at the moment? Are you're in SA, aren't you?
Absolutely. I'm situated in a small town called Mossel Bay on the east coast.
That's right. It comes back to me now. They're by Energy Centrum. Are they still pulling the gas out of the ocean there?
Apparently, they're still busy. I'm not I'm sure on the exact details, but they're definitely scaled down.
Oh dear, yeah, the energy markets has been absolutely terrible. But I hear when we talk about markets that actually for you it's been not quite so bad. In fact, pretty darn decent. Tell me before we get into that, a couple of things, if you don't mind. First of all, how was it before for you? You know, before you engaged with the Market Sniper group, how were you feeling before coming to the event? What were the challenges and the difficulties you were finding?
In a nutshell, basically, I used to be a hodler, so I rode the now famous Ethereum wave and all the way to the top, and unfortunately halfway down as well. So it was excruciating experience, but you know, at at least 50% up, it was very lucrative. But I had no idea of what was going on in the markets, and I basically just hodled. So I came across the Market Sniper via Omar Bayam and enrolled myself in the program, invested in my education, and it absolutely freed my mind and helped me to have a better understanding of what is going on in the markets. And then since then, it's been very, very lucrative.
That's absolutely awesome. And I love what you said. You know, many people, they get married to something that gives them some money. I'm finding that a lot. There's that emotional attachment before they make a little bit of money on something and then they cling to it. And as we've seen in Ripple, that ran up to 24s, and I now suspect may run 2s and could even go lower than that versus Bitcoin. You know, that's a 12th of its former glories. It can be very psychologically destroying to run up and then come back down. And I think you were describing that a little bit with your Ethereum experience. And now you feel a bit more enlightened and you have a process that you are applying in terms of what you're doing. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely. It's number one, not just the group or that I'm a part of now. It is also freeing myself up to think for myself. And apart from the usual trades that we've been doing, I've also spotted a few good gems along the way. And like I said, it's been absolutely lucrative.
Your contributions have been awesome, and I have to credit you for also just putting your head down and getting your head around the theory. You've been reasonably active to very active, which is awesome, and that's what we want in our tribe, bringing actually good trades as well. So in the same way you're saying thanks to HVF Method, we want to thank you for your contribution. This is the whole idea of a community, you know, where people just all muck in, they properly understand what it's all about, and then they start being an extra eyes on the front. So in terms of what it's meant for you, if we just discuss what's it meant for you going forward. So we understand where you were before, we understand what's happened now. What's it meant for you in your real world? And please, no numbers required, but just what's it meant? How do you feel in terms of psychology and that?
Sure, absolutely. I'm a very happy man, and as you can see from my background, I'm still at my day job, and in the wise words of Francis, freedom beckons. And I foresee that my freedom is not so far away if I make my own calculations from what is happening around me. And but the number one thing was just the freedom to know what is going on, number one, because I used to be part of other, if you can call them trading groups, where I just basically bought everything where Ethereum was the main one, and I had a could I call it a gut feeling about Ethereum. Unfortunately not the same gut feeling at $420, and so like I stated, went down at least 50%. Yeah, that's incredible. So in terms of the group, you have a process and you have confidence and you have the answer to the question, what do I do next? Is that fair to say? Absolutely, absolutely. Targets are not everything, but it is the majority of what has been good to me thus far. As I said earlier on, or last year, it has just basically been, like you said, anybody can be a king in this bull run. but it takes some skill to maneuver around it, and obviously not to ride the 50% down.
Absolutely. The rising tide lifts all boats, as they sometimes say, but the emperor has no clothes when the tide goes out, and you can see what happens. If someone's watching this, Dewald, and thank you for your time, and I'm going to call it a day just after this question, but if someone's watching it and they're looking at either taking one of our products and learning the HVF method, what would you say if you're looking that man in the eye? Is it an investment that will deliver a return? Is it something that if he puts his commitment in, you feel that could make a significant difference to them or not? What's your take?
Absolutely. I've got no formal education in the trading background, but from what I understand, even if you are a pro trader, this is a very subtle difference to the normal trading, and again, as stated before, it's been very, very lucrative, and so I can definitely, from my own experience, say that there's a touch or how can I say this, a difference that is not necessarily always the traditional manner, and it has been playing out by itself back to back by every trade, been very, very good, and it definitely is most definitely better than just hodling.
Fabulous. So there you have it. A real strategy that will give you more confidence on what to do next, and significantly better than hodling, particularly in the pullbacks. Dewald, thanks very much for coming online and giving us your take and supporting others that might be contemplating the idea. Really appreciate it. Keep on being an awesome member of our group, and we'll be in touch soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Cheers. Have a good day.
Bye.